Welcome to Prairie Grove on Legendary difficulty. We have the same 2-star generals in charge of our divisions. Okay, what I did was I took my best 4 units and put them kind of away. And yeah, we have these other Harper's Ferry units, and a couple of them are pretty low level, and I want them to get experience for Fredericksburg. So yeah, I'm going to have to spend some reputation because we have 75. Okay, 12 units. We have 30,000. They have 21,000. Easy victory, but the challenge is to get them all. And this is a hard limit on the time. You have 2.5 hours and only 2.5. And I have a plan, and the plan is to surround them and kill or capture them. So, and my goal is to get every one of them. So my first part of the plan is to take my best units, including 2 3-star units, and destroy the Union right. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get them to not walk on top of each other, which they're doing. And then at some time later, and I'm kind of guessing when the reinforcements come in, reinforcements will come in on the right side of the map. And then after they do, then I have a division of 2 units that I'll want to go to the right around the Union left and get on their flank and then kind of extend the circle. So I want to kind of get around the enemy and then make the circle smaller and smaller. So these 4 units are going to go off to the left, and I think there should be, when I'm doing this, 2 infantry. Oh yeah, and I'm using my supply wagon as bait. Okay, that worked great. Yeah, this guy's now going to charge into the water, so that's terrific. One of the things I love about Legendary difficulty. Okay, so he has a cav unit. I didn't expect that. He has an infantry. I expected 2. And I know he has artillery, but I don't know how many. I mean, I could have just gone and watched some videos, but I didn't do it. So I remember watching Hi Bob get them all. And yeah, my plan is let's go kill these guys on the left. And then the hard part's going to be is getting the guys who want to go to the far north in that clump of woods in the center of the map. Get those guys, push them back into the center because I want to push everybody into the center. Well, it doesn't quite work because this unit right here, right now, is going to retreat to the north. And I'm not going to be able to push him to the south. So, yeah, and he's not going to retreat. If he'd retreat north and left into that corner, that would be good too. So maybe next time that's what I'll try to do with him. So all of this goes very well. We're going to take some knocks from his artillery and from his infantry and cav. But once we get them all to retreat, then, yeah, we will have destroyed his right flank and will be to the flank and rear of the enemy, so his position will be lost. And we outnumber him from the beginning of the battle, so yeah, we end up taking under 1,000 casualties. So this is not as bad as it looks. Of course, I want my detached skirmishers to take any shots from artillery. I'm kind of surprised he has 2 artillery over here. I'd forgotten that. But that's good. That means 2 dead artillery units and a dead cav unit, if we're lucky. Unfortunately, his infantry is going to get away. So he had some reinforcements come in. That's fine. Hopefully they will attack my line. Trying to bait them with the supply wagon. I was thinking about it. The slower the speed that you play the game, the fewer losses you're going to take. And the more times you hit pause, the fewer losses you're going to take. So if you don't like the number of losses you're taking, just play on a slower speed or hit pause more frequently. It's just, I mean, there's just a one-to-one. The more you micromanage your units, the better the result. I was thinking about it as I was doing this. Yeah, his cav unit just can't get away with any mischief. I'm trying to keep my detached skirmisher in cover, the one on the left side. Keep those guys in the woods so they have 100% cover. Exchanging shots all day while you're in 100% cover that can't go anything but really well. My commander is there giving plus 10 cover bonus. Yeah, my detached skirmisher now has, what was that, 199 cover. Push the supply wagon back forward to try to bait his cav again. That would be great. So his artillery is retreating. Yep, we got him to attack. So yeah, we just want to keep pushing these guys into the corner and kill them. And it looks like the cav and the artillery are going to go into the corner nicely, but his infantry is going to go off to the right and be a pain in the neck. Mainly because going across the water, up that hill, and into the woods is going to burn all of my condition. But I'm thinking, okay, we have that just about wrapped up. I'm thinking the enemy left should be fairly open at this point. Maybe, maybe not. But let's go see what's over there. And yeah, we have to begin this movement. We only have an hour and a half. So we have to not only surround these guys, but kill them all for this to be a successful battle. So we destroyed the first artillery. His unit is in the water. That's great. Over here, he's attacking. He's giving me his flank for some reason, so I'm going to take advantage of that. His cav is coming in, so I can get some more shots on his cav. It's all just going really well. I want to cut off the two units in the corner so they don't get away. I want to kill them and just keep firing on this guy. I should be very careful, though, not to push him out of the water. Just let him sit there as long as possible. It'd be nice if he would just, sometimes they glitch out and can't get out of the water. That would be ideal. So I see 4 infantry, a cav, and an artillery. He has a lot more than that. I'm looking at the blue line, and he has more than that. I think I checked at one point. He starts with 20,000. Okay, I only need 1 infantry and 1 detached skirmisher to wipe out the guys in the corner. Everybody else can walk. I didn't do it. I thought I had detached the detached skirmisher for Harper's Ferry 8, which is the unit to the left. I did not do that, so I should have detached him too. Yeah, he just exposed his flank. Amazing. Okay, I detached skirmishers on the right, so I didn't walk blindly into something, and then I almost blindly walked into something. So we have 3 battles going on at once. The action on the left, the action in the center, and the action on the right. So we need to manage it all properly. Have my detached skirmishers engaged, the infantry falls back on the right. Make sure these guys are trapped and can't get away. I know there's another infantry in front of me as I go up this hill. So great, he's targeting my detached skirmishers. My infantry is going to get shots on him, and I'm going to have a detached skirmisher on his flank. He's going to rout. So all these engagements are going quite well. I just wish in the center he would push a little bit harder, because there's no reason not to get a bunch of kills on him. Okay, his artillery's dead. Now we're going to kill the cav pretty easily. Find that infantry. Yeah, I love that when you confuse the AI and he's just kind of spinning in circles while you get on his flank. He's doomed. Okay, the cav is dead, so everybody can keep moving to the right. We only have an hour and 17 minutes, and that's really not a lot of time. And that's a hard limit. I mean, battle's over. So he fired at my detached skirmisher, and I fired 2 infantry units into his flank and rear, so that worked out very nicely. That unit's going to rout. Yeah, this is like herding cats. I mean, we're just kind of trying to convince him to move back toward the flag. So what I notice here is his 2 units are routing, and maybe they're going to head back to the flag. And maybe one of the things I want to do is not attract his attention and let him just keep moving back toward the center. But his cav is going to do this. I mean, so I need to focus on the cav. And hopefully his infantry and skirmisher will just go back to the flag, where I can kill them later. Yeah, his infantry has recovered and he's moving back toward the flag, so I don't want to distract him, because he'll turn around and then want to fight my infantry and skirmishers. So I intentionally don't attract that guy's attention. Instead, shift everybody kind of to the right and north and focus on the cav. Yeah, I really should have moved my supply in the center, moved my supply wagon forward, trying to bait his 4 or 5 infantry into an attack, but here he comes. He's charging. Okay, we got a nice shot on his cav. This is nice. I'm glad he's charging. We can finally do some damage to his infantry. Yeah, of course the guy in the north, he didn't last very long. Have my infantry and detached skirmisher fall back so I can get shots on his right and left flank. That will work out perfectly. Now I'm hoping to push this guy that's in the north, hoping to push him to the south, but he keeps wanting to retreat to the right, which is a real pain in the neck. He's just going to be irritating. Yeah, but the far right is going well, and the center is going great. So I have 4 units that went to the left and then to the north edge of the board, and now they're going to sweep across the north edge of the board going to the right. These guys on the right need to push the 2 cav units to the left. And then somebody needs to come down behind this little clump of guys in the center so we can surround them and kill them. And I'm thinking I need 2 of the units that are on the left to come down to the south, and 1 of the units that's on the right. So after I corral the cav, 1 of these infantry units on the right needs to come down and be in position to surround these guys, because I just need coverage of the battlefield. I just need infantry and detached skirmishers to form a loose circle around the enemy. So I'm having another infantry unit drift off to the right. Yeah, this one guy is just not playing. He's just in the way. Yeah, one of my units is pretty exhausted, so he's going to have to take a break. So I take one of my infantry to come in on top of the clump in the center, but his cav wants to keep charging. So I'm going to have to send that infantry unit to the north because we have to kill that cav before we do anything. One of the infantry units that I brought down from the north, I want to bring 2, but one of them that I want to bring south has to rest a little bit, get some condition back. We have 49 minutes, and I'm keenly aware that this thing needs to happen like now. We need to take care of his cav and then get somebody to come in north and to the right. My first infantry unit is coming behind the enemy position, but I need another infantry to come down and join. So he counterattacks to the north. Well, that works out, because I'm going to get all kinds of flank shots on him. Okay, we need to get flank shots on his infantry, shots on his artillery. And that unit, Harper's Ferry 7, needs to get down into the battle. So I think we have his cav corralled. What I don't want them to do is he has an infantry and 2 cav now to the north and center in those woods. I don't want them to come to the south because they will screw up this encirclement. Need to keep them corralled to the north. So I have 3 infantry on his 3 units to the north, and that's an easy victory. And I actually have 1 unit that's to the left. I should just leave him there to the left. So I'm looking at this, and I know we're going to exchange some shots with these guys. But this is not going to last very long because he's going to take all kinds of shots from the flank. His units are going to start to rout, and they're not going to be able to recover because they're just going to fall back into more fire. And when that happens, they just keep flashing white, and they can't fight back, and their morale just continues to collapse. So we're going to take a few losses, but he's not going to be able to do this very long. So now what I need to do is get everybody firing into him and get these units flashing white. I also have to kill this officer. As soon as that officer dies, this becomes just academic. And Harper's Ferry 7 is about to get into the battle. And once he does, I'll have a unit north, and the circle will be complete. Everybody fire at somebody. That's basically the plan. And we only have 39 minutes. So as I'm looking at this, I think we're going to make it. Well, I know we're going to make it in the center. Those guys are going to die. 39 minutes, they're not going to live 39 minutes. Particularly after we kill the general. What I'm concerned about is this mess in the north. Yeah, and the unit that's to the left, as soon as he starts fleeing to the left, I should have had him I think I do actually have him stop and like kind of go toward the north edge of the board to get a shot on these guys. They're going to now retreat all the way to the left corner of the map. Really irritating, but it's just a thing that happens. So, okay, his units are starting to flash white. The end is near for him. Get as many flank shots as I can, and this is going to be over quick, but I have to kill the general. Killing the general is right now more important than killing the artillery. Yeah, and what I'm doing is I'm double checking that everybody is firing and nobody is blocked, because the game wants to keep blocking my shots. Yeah, I now know a bunch of guys are going to have to go to the left corner of the map again. So if we can kill these guys in the center fast enough, some of these units can help out with that. But yeah, his 2 infantry to the north have already routed. 2 of his units in the south have routed. His general just died. They're doomed. That's it. That's over. Yeah, and the important thing is to also make sure nobody's targeting a unit that is now retreating far away. Like a unit that's close to you, you shoot at it, then that unit falls back, and now there's a unit closer to you, and your unit isn't shooting because it's still trying to hit the guy that you originally told him to fire at. Okay, the hard part now is containing these guys so they don't break out. The guys in the north have broken out of the trap I had for them, the circle. Guys in the center, I really don't want them to get out of this encirclement. If they do, I won't be able to kill them all. There's not enough time to chase them down and kill them. Okay, the first unit surrendered. That's good. I think his cav shattered. So I had my infantry fire at the cav and kill it. So yeah, that surrendered unit counts as a one of my units, so I think he's fleeing away from it, maybe. Trying to figure out how the AI works. So yeah, my cone of fire now overlaps these guys who are fleeing north. I need to fall back so they're right at the limit of the cone of fire. My units are too close. So also make sure everybody's firing at the unit that's next to them. So you have to go around and double check, and also make sure nobody's blocked. Okay, another unit surrendered. Yeah, we're headed down to the corner. Yeah, my unit on the right is just going to walk a little bit, but he's not going to go very far. 24 minutes, he's not going to go far at all. So everyone needs to fire at somebody. Yeah, good. He stopped moving to the north and he's moving back to the south. So that's good. I need to be close enough to hit him, but not too close. Okay, a couple more units surrendered. Good. Harper's Ferry 5 should be able to get some shots on this cav to the left. And we have 23 minutes. So I have to do this right. I have to do this almost perfectly, or this will get all screwed up. He'll route out of the pocket. I won't get them all. It'll go, it'll be a disaster. Good news is units are surrendering, so need to get these guys to surrender as quickly as possible. 22 minutes. We just don't have a lot of time. Okay, good. We got some surrenders. And the detached skirmishers, I can get in melee with those guys. They'll surrender. But need to put fire on these infantry units from different directions so they surrender. Okay. The two infantry units both surrendered in the north of this little clump. Trying to retreat these units in a direction so they don't touch another one of their units so they don't come back. Because I just don't have time to fiddle with it. The three skirmishers in the north and the two infantry are all alone. They should be able to get out of there. Now it's just the two infantry. Should be a done deal. Just surrounding fire. I need to just fire. Don't have time to get into melee. Just everybody fire at these guys. Make them surrender. And to the north, it is 19 minutes. That's a long walk to the corner, actually, because it's woods, and I'm afraid I'm not going to make it. Yeah, I think twice about going into melee with the artillery, because I'd take a whole bunch of friendly fire and it would not be worth it. Just kill him. 18 minutes to go, and we barely have time to kill this guy and then run to the corner and kill what's left of the units in the top left corner. We are running out of time. And at this point, everybody needs to run. So I hit pause and told everybody to run, trying to have them not walk on top of each other so they'll get there faster. Don't want his cav to get away. Okay, this guy's down to 750. Oh, and to my surprise, he takes a shot to the rear and he surrenders. So now there's only the one cav unit. We have 5 minutes. Melee is fine, if that's what it takes. And he's dead. With 5 minutes to go, maybe 4. He lost 19,000. I lost 917. Slightly over 1,000 before medicine. 21 to 1. 11,000 captured. Over 11,000. So best unit got 1,200, lost 134. You can see the numbers. Couple units lost 50, 40. One guy lost 0, killed 486. So losses were very light in most of these units. Actually, pretty reasonable for all of these units. Captured 55s. Interesting. I'll take those. 2 20-pound parrots. Okay, we'll take that. Big pile of cash. Somehow I have over $400,000. Yeah, these units are looking great. I have another unit very close to its 3rd star. He won't get it here, though. He won't get it for Fredericksburg. He may get his 3rd star at Fredericksburg. So these units, yeah, everybody did something. A little bit better off. Yeah, he's a solid 2-star now. That's good. I think I'm going to put that in my 5th corps. So the enemy went up +4, +3, +2. So he got an improvement in everything. Which is weird, because I sure killed it and captured a bunch of them, and he still goes up +4, +3, +2. So here are the negative debuffs to his army. That should be good. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, I guess Fredericksburg is next. Thanks for watching.